Yo guys, Sniper in here, back with another video, and today we got another major video about GTA 6. It looks like I'm dragging it, but I'm not trying to drag it. The trailer just came out. Trailer 2 came out after just less than a week after we got news of the delay. And also on Rockstar Games website, the GTA 6 page has been flooded with information about cities, locations, and characters, along with over 70 new screenshots. So this is a video where I'm going to talk about, not really the trailer, because it's pretty generic. We got some voiceovers, which is pretty cool, so it's more like an actual trailer. But I'm going over what Rockstar put on their website. As far as, locations and stuff. So the first we got is obviously Vice City, USA. Jason and Lucia have always known their deck is stacked against them, but when an easy score goes wrong, they find themselves on the darkest side of the sunniest place in America, in the middle of a criminal conspiracy stretching across the state of Leonida, forced to rely on each other more than ever if they want to make it out alive. So this is obviously some backstory about our location and our two main characters. And one of them is Jason Duval. Jason wants an easy life, but things just keep getting harder. Jason grew up around grifters and crooks. After a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found himself in the Keys doing what he knows best, working for local drug runners. It might be time to try something new. After looking at these screenshots, well, obviously we know Jason is one of the main characters. It looks like he's customizable, like in GTA 5 and Red Dead Redemption 2. So we can change his hairstyle and beard, which is always great to know. If anything happens, I'm right behind you. Another day in paradise, right? Meeting Lucia could be the best or the worst thing to ever happen to him. Jason knows how he'd like it to turn out, but right now it's hard to tell. In these photos, like, there's different activities, which is pretty cool, so maybe that's something new we can do. But our next main character is Lucia Caminos. Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. Life has been coming at her swinging ever since fighting for her family. Fighting for her family landed her in Leonida Penitentiary. Sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned her lesson. Only smart moves from here. Again, in these pictures, she's also customizable, which is cool. More than anything, Lucia wants the good life her mom has dreamed of since the days in Liberty City. But instead of half-baked fantasies, Lucia is prepared to take matters into her own hands. The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got. A life with Jason could be her way out. Fresh out of prison and ready to change the odds in her favor, Lucia is committed to her plan no matter what it takes. So we got some backstory on our two main characters, Jason Duval and Lucia Caminos. Obviously, they're supposed to be a couple. It's pretty cool, I guess. Both playable, both customizable. So that's great. Just off the screenshots. Only in Leonida, when the sun fades and neon glows, everyone has something to gain and more to lose. So Leonida is obviously, I think, the state that Vice City's located in. Next character is Cal Hampton. What if everything on the internet was true? Jason's friend and a fellow associate of Brian's. Cal feels safest hanging at home, snooping on Coast Guard comms with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. So he's going to be one of the side characters, and obviously I guess a friend of Jason, probably a pred. We'll see though. There are way too many birds flying around in perfect formation. The psychopaths are in charge. Get used to it. Cal is at the low tide of America and happy there. Casual paranoia loves company, but his friend Jason has bigger plans. If we're looking at this screenshot, that's him and Jason, and they're playing pool. Maybe we could be playing pool and doing more activities in GTA 6. Hopefully we have more activities. It makes the game and the world just feel more immense and just it feels more real. And it gives us a reason to keep playing. Okay, our first real location is the city, Vice City. Everything in excess. We're a long way from the 80s, but Vice City is still the sun and fun capital of America. So obviously, that's our city. That's the main portion of the map, and we're probably going to be spending most of the game. The glamour, hustle, and greed of America captured it in a single city. Each neighborhood has something to offer, from the pastel Art Deco hotels and bright white sands of Ocean Beach, to the bustling Benendieras of Little Cuba and the bootleg brands of the Tisha Waka Flea Market, out to the VC port, the cruise ship capital of the world. Okay, so that's a little bit of backstory in Vice City. Next character we have is Booby Ike. It's all about Heart, the Jack of Hearts. Booby is the local Vice City legend and acts like it. One of the few to transform his time in the streets into a legitimate empire, spanning real estate, strip club, and a recording studio. Booby's all smiles until it's time to talk business. I heard that the Jack of Hearts is a strip club, so obviously strip club centered. The club money pay for the studio and the drug money pay for it all. Top quality cuts. Booby might seem like he's just out for himself, but it's his partnership with the young aspiring music mogul Draquan for Only Raw Records that he's most invested in. Now they just need a hit. Next location is Leonida Keys. Gateway to Paradise is obviously based on the Florida Keys. It's like this strip of land, it's kind of nice, I guess. It depends who you are. The dress code is casual, the bars are loaded. Life in this tropical archipelago isn't flashy, but it's easy. Get your buzz on and pull up a deck chair, but look out, you are right on the doorstep of some of the most beautiful and dangerous waters in all of America. So yeah, it looks nice. It's solid, it's casual. It's what Florida would look like. Next character is Draquan Priest, Only Raw Records. Draquan was always more of a hustler than a gangster. Even when he was dealing on the streets to make ends meet, breaking into music was the goal. So in a way, we're probably going to see him and Booby Ike together in some missions because him and Booby are, I guess, connected. Dancers are like my A&Rs. If the record's a hit, DJ's going to be spinning it. You're with the label now. Now that he signed the Real Dimes, Draquan's days of booking acts into Booby's strip club might be numbered as he sets his sights on the Vice City scene. Yep, we got some confirmation that him and Booby are going to be related in some way, shape, or form. Next, we have the Grass Rivers. Welcome to the Wetlands. This is our third location. It's the untamable jewel of Leonida's crown. You never know what lies beneath the surface of this primordial expanse. The gators may be the most famous attraction, but there are far deadlier predators and weirder discoveries among the mangroves. So yeah, this is like the swampy areas of Florida, like where the gators would live. Next, characters we have are Real Dimes, viral videos, viral hooks. Baylux and Broxy, aka Real Dimes, have been friends since high school. Girls with savvy to turn their time shaking down local dealers into cold, hard cash via spicy rap tracks and a relentless social media presence. So this one right here seems to be Baylux. You can tell because of the chain, it's got like a B and an L. And this one here to the closest, like on the left here, is like presumably Roxy. You can tell by the chains. All my dimes in this club, meet my twin, make it a dub. One hit away from fame. An early hit single with local rapper Downplay took Real Dimes to new heights. Now, after 5 years and a whole lot of trouble, they're signed to Only Raw Records, hoping lightning can strike twice. So they're probably with Draquan. And then we might also see them with Booby Ike. So some connections there. Port Gellhorn, Live Hard. This is Leonida's Forgotten Coast. So this is like the rural, like slums of, I guess, the map. Cheap motels, shut down attractions, and empty strip malls won't bring the tourists back. But there's a new economy in this once popular vacation spot. It's fueled by malt liquor, painkillers, and truck stop energy drinks. Jump on a dirt bike and hold on to your wallet. So yeah, it's like the slums, low income areas. I don't really know what else to say about it. Our next character is Raul Batista. Experience counts, confidence, charm, and cunning. Raul is a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent, ready to take risks that bring the biggest rewards. He looks like a great character. Life is full of surprises, my friend. I think we'd all be wise to remember that. Professional adapts. Raul's recklessness raises the stakes with every score. Sooner or later, his crew will have to double down or pull their chips from the table. So yeah, it just looks like a really good character. It looks like he's fit for GTA, and honestly, hopefully we get to see a lot of him in the game. Ambrosia, keeping Leonida sweet. If you don't know, ambrosia is a type of apple, so maybe that's just where the sweet comes from, like it's sweet like an apple. The battle for the health and wealth of Leonida begins here. In the heart of Leonida, American industry and old school values still reign supreme, whatever the cost. The Allied Crystal Sugar Refinery provides the jobs, while the local biker gang provides almost everything else. So this is probably obviously the industrialized area of Vice City or the map, and probably where drugs get sold. Next character, I believe it's our last one, is Brian Header Heater. Nothing makes a mudslide at sunset. Brian's a classic drug runner from the golden age of smuggling in the Keys, still moving product through his boat yard with his third wife, Lori. Brian's been around long enough to let others do his dirty work. I hauled so much grass in that plane I could have made the state of Leonida levitate. Brian's letting Jason live rent-free at one of his properties, so long as he helps with his local shakedowns and stops by for Lori's sangria once in a while. So yeah, I guess him and Jason also have built a fond relationship, and we're probably going to see a lot of him in the trailer. Brian and Jason open the trailer, I guess. Jason's doing some housework and walks through the house as Brian's pulling in to the driveway. So we know Brian's going to be related with Jason. Next is Mount Calaga, Wild Country Roam, the Northern Frings. A national landmark up the state's northern border, Mount Calaga offers prime hunting, fishing, and off-road trails. In the lush surrounding backwoods, hillbilly mystics and paranoid radicals live far from the prying eyes of the government. So that's that's all the screenshots, or all the relevant screenshots that amount to the characters and locations. This is probably obviously going to be like the trees and stuff, like the forest. This is that area, just so you know. But with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. I hope to release more GTA 6 news as it comes out. Give this video a like, comment, subscribe. Peace.